Let me tell you, every participating country has something to take home. Financial rewards, material rewards, knowledge reward, unquantifiable. So do you want Nigeria to be out of this? You don't want Nigeria to hold United Nations Climate Change Conference sometimes in future in about...
The delegates of Nigerian climate change in Dubai has caused a lot of reaction within the last 7 days. People are still talking. So some people that made that list are not supposed to be there. But that is not the bone of contention today. Let's look at this critically. The president once said that
climate change, question of how do you prevent a church rat from eating a poisoned Holy Communion? We are a poor nation. The ban coal will follow. They say firewood not for fire. They say we need to plant more trees. And they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, shine it, and tell the West, you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this. We are not going to comply with your climate change. They'll do it.
Here is he going for the climate change. He wants them to pay Africans, to pay Nigeria, if they want us to participate in this. And probably is that the reason why he went with over 1,411 people for a climate change. Nigeria does not even do anything. We are not even an industrialized nation that will say that we are causing harm in our climate and all of that within the country, except the disaster we have in our leadership. So now you carry 1,400, marching toe to toe with China. This is federal government that are here now defending, saying the numbers are too small, that they are even planning to host this thing within the next 3-4 years. And that is the reason why they had this large number of people attending this climate change in Dubai.
1,400 people to a conference like this is too small. You want to hold the conference sometimes in future. Because if you talk about climate change, we had the Kyoto Convention in 1976, you remember? We have it in Nairobi, we have it in Kenya, now we have it in Dubai. Is Nigeria aiming at hosting this conference one day? Because your data, your historical data about participation will be very important. How many delegates have you been able to put? And how many times have you been able to participate? How many people from your country are able to deliver papers? So talking about 400 or something is nothing. You remember there are 36 states of the Federation. Remember also, China is a polluter of the environment. Nigeria is the one taking the brunt because Nigeria is at the receiving end. We are suffering from the impacts of environmental deregulation. So therefore, you will understand that China will bring in more people who are the polluters who are supposed to pay us, whereas we people who are the ones suffering the consequences of environmental degradation, we are supposing less people. I was one of the rooms when President Tinubu delivered a fantastic paper, if I extempora of it. And all the presidents were there, Kerry and all, many of them. So the number of Nigerians in that hall are less than 20. You mean the president will give a speech and 20 people will be there to cheer him up? Whereas it's in one of the country president was coming in, he came with about 60, 70 boys, and they just broke the security system. They don't even go through the checks, and they just invaded the place and went with the president in. So we should understand, it's not about people saying 420, 520. We are talking about climate change, the impact in the world economy. You understand very well that disaster doesn't require visa to travel across border. When COVID-19, left China and come to Nigeria, did it collect a visa from you? Did you get any visa? Now, what damages has it done? We're talking about the tragedy of the common in international relations, where the impact of everybody's efforts is leading to disappearance of the environment. Now, you look at all these issues, and these are things that we discuss. For example, imagine the number of cars that have been produced across the world. Nigeria doesn't produce cars. Look at carbon emission that comes out from that. The impacts on us.
It's barbaric. How will you say this is too small? Over 1,000 people. You use taxpayers' money and you say it's too small. Excuse me. We saw celebrities, we saw, people that are Instagram, people that shake bomb on TikTok and the rest. And they are here, that have no knowledge about climate change. So what are they doing in Dubai? Some, like Bashir, he was in Dubai for the climate change summit, but there was no second that you will not see him on Twitter. Okay, let's say you have somebody that was handling his Twitter, that is controlling his Twitter handle for him. So, or maybe he contracted the company, normal now, that handled his Twitter page for him. So It doesn't make any meaning to have all this number of people under taxpayers' money when Nigeria could not even feed. Nigerians are suffering. This is madness of highest order. And to rub it on Nigerians' face, they are here trying to defend this barbaric and nonchalant attitude from no, now. This is not it. Anyway, I leave it to you. What do you think about this? Do you believe that it is actually necessary to actually have this high number of people going for this climate change? And what do you think about Nigeria hosting the next climate change summit, hosting the whole world leaders? Do you believe that Nigeria have the security capacity to host the president of the United States, the king of the United Kingdom, to host the president of France and other world leaders in Nigeria? Can Nigeria host them with all the insecurity, all the drama here and there? Can we host them? I leave this to you. Please, let's comment, positively. And remember, I will leave that. I will not even talk about that. Thank you for watching. See you.
Let me tell you, every prospective country have something to take home. Financial rewards, material rewards, knowledge reward, unquantifiable. So do you want Nigeria to be out of this? You don't want Nigeria to hold United Nations Climate Change Conference sometimes in future, in about 3-4 years from now. That's what you is really moving for. Now, if your country is holding this type of conference, do you know how many grants you get from the United Nations? Millions of dollars. So what is it that you are spending small money to get a bigger sum, and you are complaining?